So we're going to be taking 10 hours of research that you would be doing by yourself, learning to get better as a reseller, and condensing that down into about 20 minutes. We're going to be using some AI features today that I've come across recently that are going to help you cut down on a lot of time that you're going to be spending doing some research for your resale business. And we only have so much time in a day. So over the next 20 minutes, we're going to be deep diving these apps. One is called Gemini and the other one is called NotebookLM. They are both offered by Google. And we're going to be cutting down 90% of the workflow that you're going to have to be doing if you were doing it by yourself. So these things are going to blow your mind. They're going to help you be a top reseller. And I want to just share them with you today as I am also learning in adding these items into my current workflow. So as you know, with being in reselling, there is a lot of research that goes into it, especially if you're starting from ground zero and you're just starting out. So these tools are going to help you shorten that curve, get to the things that you want to learn much quicker. So this is just going to be a walkthrough step-by-step on how I'm using the app and how I'm going about, kind of adding it into my current workflow so I can get things done faster, I could learn faster, and process more information quicker. So, things change, trends change all the time. So what we have here is Gemini. It's offered by Google. You could get a free account if you'd like, but I'm using the advanced account. I think it's like $20 a month, but they have an amazing feature here called Deep Research. And what this does is it aggregates all the data that is current right now and really just writes up a quick summary and research paper on any topic that you want to learn about. So let's go to the Deep Research feature and let's ask it what we want to be better at. What do we want to learn? So if you're a clothing reseller, you're probably wanting to learn more of like the current trends, maybe some of the best brands that are selling. So we're basically just going to ask it, can you provide a summary on what are some of the most trending brands to resell and some latest fashion trends? This is basically going to search the internet, going over maybe some current trends that are changing, cutting down on the research already. So reselling fashion trends, it provides a summary for you. It's analyzing the results. So we're going to be able to start this research and it's going to be ready in just a few minutes. So as you can see, it already did a lot of the research here. And me by myself, I might have only gone to 1 to 2 to maybe 3 of these websites to do a little bit of research myself. But here it's pulled up 10 current websites that go over top fashion trends, top brands to resell. It's even gone to YouTube and done some of the research as well. So now it's popped open 24 websites that it's researching, and this is going to really help. This is such a perfect use case for what AI is capable of. It's really something that can help you as a tool to get things done faster, to learn quicker. Essentially, if you want to become an expert in anything now, what took you 10 years to learn can now take you, a quarter of the time, a tenth of the time with the help of AI, doing a lot of the back-end research for you. So we'll be going into more of the features as well, but this is just an amazing start to really pulling a lot of data from reliable sources and compiling it into basically a document that we're going to be able to easily read and pick up. Okay, now that took about 5 minutes. But again, that's something that could have taken me 5 hours to do. So talk about buying back your time and really getting a lot of your time back that goes into a lot of the research. It has searched current websites, it has searched current YouTube videos, and basically gave me a really high-level breakdown of what is exactly going on in the reselling world from some of the top brands that are selling right now, some of the top style aesthetics, top keywords and such, and it gives you all the sources down below. It ended up searching 24 different sources from Reddit to YouTube to top fashion websites. So that's a beautiful place to be, being able to cut down on a lot of the research. So the next thing, we're going to be jumping over to NotebookLM and taking a look at what are we going to be doing with this research that was conducted here. So I'm going to basically copy and paste this and put it in a Google document. So you could just open it up in your Google Docs. It will go ahead and open. and then you could feed that back into NotebookLM, and I'll show you what we will do from there. Quick break in the episode where we have just launched our new community, Profit First Premium, where we help entrepreneurs grow their brand, learn social media marketing, and also how to integrate AI into their current workflows. So you can check it out, link down below. We're helping people grow their businesses by meshing AI, social media marketing, and helping them grow their brand. We also help people get on platforms like Whatnot, help them get more leads, help them grow a sourcing team. Like I said, you could check it out, link down below, and we'll see you there. So we head over to notebooklm.google.com, and you can see here there is many things that we could do with that information that we just researched. So you can upload your documents straight to NotebookLM, and then it will answer detailed questions that you prompted. You can convert complex material into easy to understand formats like FAQs. You could do study guides. You could also create a podcast as well from this. So this is crazy. It is a crazy time to be alive. So let's start creating, and takes that information that we just got from Google Docs. So we're going to be able to just upload this reselling fashion guide, get it in there, and it's going to be able to analyze it, and we'll be able to ask it questions. This is crazy. This is the key thing to help you be a better reseller, to be a better business owner. And keep in mind, y'all, I just try to focus this for reselling, but if you want to learn other things, how to cook, how to be a better parent, learning more about AI, learning complex topics, now more than ever is as easy as it is just a few clicks of a button. Something that would take me hours and hours of studying and researching and YouTube videos and podcasts would take me, hours. Now you could just click a few buttons and get a detailed summary that you can really become an expert in almost anything now in just like a tenth of a time, a quarter of the time of what it used to take. Yes, it is still going to take work, and yes, you still need to follow along, but it's just crazy that the world we're living in now. I mean, I wish this was available 4 years ago when I first started reselling, which is why I want to share it with you today. So a really cool thing is, there's a button here that says deep dive conversation. I can have it generate an audio podcast in which I can engage with that podcast to ask the host questions about reselling trends, brands that are selling right now, and we'll go into that later. So let's start it generating that right now and see how that's going to be, so we can start asking questions, so we can start learning faster. And another useful part of that tool is that you could take a bunch of data and get it all in this study guide type of format, and then just listen to this in the car or listen to this when you're out driving, and you could take thousands of sources from different data points over the last year and then listen to it in a 21 to 25 minute podcast, and you will start gaining more and more knowledge while you're already out driving or sourcing. It's an incredible time to be alive, guys. That's why I could not really wait to make this type of video, because it blew my mind, and I want to help you, of course, learn as fast as possible as I am learning and implementing these tools in my workflow. Now, let's say you want to add in some more information into the document and you feel like what Gemini did was a good start and solid foundation. You could start to pull other sources into this NotebookLM to provide even more data and let the AI do the processing. So we got to think a good foundation here with what Gemini did, but let's see what we could do as far as pull in some extra information. So we can add many sources. You can see here there's 1 out of 300 source limit, so you can load it with a lot of data. And I'm going to go ahead, and there's a document I use all the time. It was done by Vendu. It's the different core and style aesthetics. Really nice, really good to have. I'll share it right here. It goes over a lot of the basic like trending styles and keywords. I think that's a really helpful document to add in there. So we're just going to hit website, and we're just going to add that in, paste it in, and hit insert. So that's another source we could add in there. Let's go to YouTube and add in some sources as well. Okay, so I just went to my own YouTube page, and recently we've done more of like the reseller research type videos, and that's really helpful information. So I want to add that in there as well. So we're just going to go and copy some of the reseller research videos that I've done. So let's see. Let's just click here. We're going to share this link. Copy that link. We're going to add that in there into NotebookLM. Let's see. And then we are going to add that as a source. So we're going to go YouTube video. We'll paste in that URL. It's going to read that transcript and pull all the data from there. So then we can go to this one. We'll share it. We're basically building a library of information to be able to learn what style aesthetics, what brands, what trends that we need to be on the lookout for. So we go to YouTube. We're going to insert that. Another data point. Let's see. Let's just go and search. What are some top clothing fashion trends of 2025? And we'll just go to, this one has 506,000 views. We'll go ahead and share, and we'll copy that one as well. So then we'll go back to NotebookLM. We will add that in, add source, YouTube, boom. There. So now that it's kind of compiling that, getting it going, and actually I want it to create a new podcast based on this information. So we got some new data points in there that, we have the foundation of our, what Gemini helped us do, 6 pages of a solid foundation of researching, current fashion trends, clothing brands, things like that. But we wanted to make it a little bit more robust, a little bit more meat on the bone. And we wanted to generate maybe just like a 20 to 30-minute clip of an audio clip that we can listen to when we get in the car or whatever. So we'll let that generate. And if listening is not something that you want to do and you want to interact with some of the data, you could do so specifically by just clicking what types of data you want to interact with. You can interact with all of them or just one of the sources. You can also create a study guide right here on the right-hand side where it can just give you a quick study guide breakdown of what is going on. So you could create a briefing doc, audio overview, or you could just simply just start typing, what are some of the top selling brands in 2025 and styles. And it's going to be able to just aggregate all that data and give you a solid answer based on the previous sources. So like I said, this is something that could have taken hours and hours of research to produce. So with the use of AI, you're able to buy back a lot of your time, get all this data done in minutes, get all of this research done in minutes. And, just crazy time to be alive if you're an entrepreneur and you want to learn something that might be something like complex like AI or learning marketing or social media or reselling. Pretty much anything, you're going to be able to cut down on that time that it used to take several hours to do. So it's just a beautiful place to be, in this time to be able to learn. So it's just spit out a bunch of information. I asked it, what are some of the top selling brands in 2025 and styles? So this is going off the sources that we provided from my videos and other videos as well. The Vendu core aesthetic style and hashtags document, and then also that document we did in Gemini. So it gives you all the data here. Top selling brands in 2025 from Nike to North Face, Taylor Stitch, Lululemon, Ermenegildo Zegna, tons of crazy information. You can also have it build a study guide for you and an FAQ. So it's pretty wild. Okay, so after a few minutes, it generated a 20-minute voice podcast based on all of the sources we just provided it. So now let's go ahead and listen and see how we can interact with some of this and join in on the conversation. Okay, so this is absolutely wild. It just takes all of the information, compiles as a 20-minute podcast, and now we're going to interact with some of the hosts and see if they can answer some of our questions. This is a crazy feature that was just added called interactive mode beta, and we're going to be able to just jump right in and as if we're like a caller on the podcast to be able to interact with these hosts. Pretty cool.
Welcome back, everybody, for another deep dive. This time we are looking ahead to the fashion trends predicted to be big in 2025. We've got insights from a popular YouTube fashion influencer and also a really comprehensive reselling guide.
In the basics, it's about taking those foundational pieces and giving them some personality.
Okay, so tank tops on steroids. But what about skinny jeans? Are they coming back?
So our YouTube influencer doesn't think super tight, stretchy, skinny jeans are making a full comeback. But she does point to the rise of.
Whoa, did someone just break the fourth wall? Let's hear it.
Hey, yeah, you talked about skinny jeans being out of style, but what are some popular jean styles that are going to be something that I might want to look to resell in 2025?
Well, that's a great question. It's really smart to be thinking about which styles will be popular for reselling.
Yeah, our sources have a lot to say about jeans beyond just skinny jeans. That'll be big in 2025.
Okay, so our YouTube influencer says the barrel leg is still sticking around, despite some thinking it was a flash in the pan trend.
Yeah, and she also mentions that white and off-white jeans will be popular, especially heading into spring.
And then she adds that slim straight jeans, which she calls a cousin to the skinny jean, are also going to be a big thing in 2025.
Those are the jeans that might be fitted on the hips and thighs, but then have some more room at the calf.
So it sounds like it's less about super tight jeans and more about like a relaxed but still tailored fit.
Exactly, and wide leg and straight leg jeans are still going strong, according to the influencer, not going anywhere for a long time.
Okay, so barrel, oh yeah.
Okay, so if I'm a reseller and I want to grow my business in 2025, what are some key fashion trends that I need to look out for so I can have a successful business?
And that's a fantastic question, and it's great you're thinking strategically about the trends.
Yeah, our sources have a lot to say about key trends for 2025 that will definitely help you grow your business.
We've already touched on some things, but let's dive into the trends our sources are really emphasizing for resellers.
So first up, let's talk about maximalism, which is going to be a really big trend.
Yes, after years of minimalism, we're seeing a shift towards statement pieces, bold colors, and unique designs.
And our YouTube influencer is seeing this with big statement jewelry pieces, as well as designers bringing back those maximalist styles.
So if you're looking for items to resell, think about those bold, eye-catching pieces.
And also, we can't forget about the return of boho style.
Exactly. Our sources are predicting a major comeback for that free-spirited aesthetic.
Boho bags are specifically mentioned, and we're expecting to see both that traditional flowy boho look and the more modern boho chic style.
So keep an eye out for those flowing silhouettes, earthy tones, handcrafted details, and also for those more refined and curated.
Absolutely mind-blowing, and I hope it was helpful for you. We're going to keep going on this trend of bringing in more AI workflows, using AI to help grow our businesses. Like I said, you could check out down below where you can join Profit First Premium, where we do 5 calls per week to help you grow your business, whether it's through social media, branding, marketing, and the use of AI. We'd love to see you there.